Hello, friends. Welcome back to the AI Empowered series. This is your complete guide to AI in your personal and professional lives. So, we've just completed a really comprehensive approach to AI within our professional lives, and I want to provide a few interesting applications of AI within your personal lives. And I think there's a real opportunity for personal growth through integrating the power of AI into different aspects of our lives so that we continue our growth outside of the workplace and really into our personal fulfillment that we're looking for in our lives and in our pursuit of happiness. So I'm going to provide a AI relationship framework to help transform how you understand emotions, connect with people, and build meaningful relationships. A lot of people struggle with connection because they're missing this comprehensive approach to emotional intelligence. And although AI doesn't inherently have emotional intelligence, it can help you develop a deeper sense of emotional intelligence with yourself because of the ability it has to provide different perspectives and analyze a situation. By the end of this video, you'll master the Connect framework that uses AI to develop emotional intelligence and relationship skills that transform every interaction that you have. From the local barista, who you go to see and get coffee from every day, to more complex relationships like the ones with the loved ones. I think you'll find that AI has a place in helping you understand yourself, understand others, understand the world, and just deepen your approach to forming those meaningful connections. The most relationship advice, it doesn't take in the full picture and the really specific context of what you say or what you do or that person's emotional state. So how do we bridge that gap to get us to working with AI to really understand the picture? Well, a lot of people struggle with relationships, not because they don't care, but because they lack the systematic approach to emotional understanding. Traditional relationship advice often feels generic because it doesn't account for the specific situations of you and the person that you're dealing with. AI can serve as that emotional intelligence coach, helping you recognize patterns, understand perspectives, and respond with greater empathy. The skills that improve relationships also enhance professional connections and can be applied through every area of your life. Using AI to develop emotional intelligence creates a foundation for deeper, more meaningful connections across your life. So let's dive deep into this Connect framework. It's another acronym that I've developed, and it really helps you to build relationships working with AI. So the first letter is C, clarify. So use AI to understand your own emotions and communication patterns. The O is observe. So analyze communication patterns to understand others' emotional styles. The next is navigate and get AI guidance on responding to different emotional situations. The next N is nurture. Develop empathy and emotional awareness through AI coaching. The next letter E is express. So practice authentic communication with AI feedback and guidance. The next C is connect. So build those deeper relationships through enhanced emotional intelligence. Apply the things that you've learned through this process. And then the last letter T is transfer. So apply the things that you've learned by building this deeper sense of empathy in this one relationship to all of your relationships. The Connect framework, it really provides a systematic approach to developing emotional intelligence skills that'll enhance every area of your life. Let's talk more about clarifying your emotional patterns with AI. The foundation for better relationships is understanding your own emotional responses, communication styles, and relationship patterns. Most people react emotionally without understanding why they feel the way they feel. AI can help you recognize your emotional triggers, your communication preferences, and your relationship patterns. Self-awareness enables you to respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. Understanding your patterns helps you communicate your needs more clearly. So here are some AI self-discovery prompts that can help you along in your self-discovery. So help me analyze my communication style when I'm feeling stressed, excited, disappointed, and provided that context, and ask, what patterns do you notice? Moving forward, you can ask, when I describe conflicts with this family, a friend, a partner, what emotional themes keep appearing? And finally, what are my strongest and weakest areas in emotional expression based on how I describe my relationships? Self-awareness through AI analyzes and creates the foundation for authentic, intentional relationship building rather than these emotional, reactive responses. There are many more ways in which you can deepen your self-discovery with AI. Start to build that partnership that can understand you and your situation and give it certain information about your relationships that you're working with so that it can deeply understand how you are feeling in a moment. And you'll be surprised, it may provide information about you that you didn't realize. Now, I want to take a moment to just quickly acknowledge that these deeply personal situations can often involve personal information. So be careful about how you're using public AI and be aware of the privacy and security policies of these different platforms. I think you'll find that a lot of the times you can omit real personal sensitive data and still get some really useful information about your situation. So just remove those personal names, anything that connects real information to the people that you're discussing with AI and your own identity. Let's dive into observing and understanding others. So AI can help you develop better skills for reading emotional cues and understanding different communication styles. Everybody expresses emotions differently based on their background, personality, and current stress levels. AI can help you analyze communication patterns to better understand how others process emotion. Learning to recognize different emotional styles can help you adapt your approach for better connection. Understanding rather than judging creates space for empathy and deeper relationships. So let's move forward to some prompts that can help you understand others. So this one's about pattern recognition. Based on how a person typically communicates, what might they be feeling when they say, provide that specific response? We've discussed in a previous module in the AI Empowered series about building context about certain people, certain roles in your life, and certain situations. So you can start to apply that technique here where you're building out an understanding of that person, understanding of the situation, their background, the way that they communicate. It'll start to build an understanding within the AI, but also within yourself about that person. And you'll find that your empathy automatically deepens through taking this time to understand where the person is coming from, who they are, and how they think. Provide that information as best you can to get better results, but you'll just be able to approach them with a more thoughtful understanding of who they are. The next prompt is about perspective shifts. So ask AI, help me to understand this situation from a person's point of view. Consider their background, stress, personality. Continue to give it context that is appropriate to your situation so that it can help you navigate different relationships. And then finally, a prompt about communication style analysis. So what communication approach would work best with someone who, and then describe their style of communicating or provide examples. This enhanced understanding of others' emotional patterns enables more empathetic, effective communication that deepens rather than damages relationships. And I want to take a moment here to acknowledge the deeply personal aspect to this interaction with AI. And when you're involving others, you need to be really mindful about the information that you're providing to it. You don't want to provide personal and sensitive information about somebody else without their consent. So, like I said before, omit that sensitive information. But if you do really feel like you need to provide some of that information to get a better sort of understanding of how you're approaching it, there are other ways to leverage the power of AI, and that's through local and private LLMs or AI. There's a growing capability of AI to be able to be processed on your local devices without the connection to the internet and being stored on servers outside of your control. So you can download these models. I may make a video later about how to access these more local, private, and secure AIs so that you can use this technology without fear of this information being sold or used in other ways. But it's important to understand that these relationship building techniques are not just about yourself, but others. So be very mindful about how you're using the power of AI in these situations. You do not want somebody to feel like you're cheapening your relationship with them by using AI or just copying and pasting responses that AI gives you to people and outsourcing your emotional connection. What I really want to drive home is this ability for AI to be a collaborative partner in deepening your understanding of others and using those insights to inform your actions and make those relationships much stronger, meaningful, and authentic. So I hope you take away that the safe, responsible use of AI is really important when you're dealing with these personal relationships. Just like we discussed in the professional aspect, you don't want to damage relationships with AI. You want to be able to work with AI to create a better outcome for everybody. So really focus on that while you're working with AI. And I encourage you to start small and low risk and understand how AI is helping you navigate these situations before diving into more complex and high impact cases. So moving forward to navigating these difficult conversations, AI can really serve as your coach for handling these challenging emotional relationships and communication breakdowns. Difficult conversations often escalate because people feel misunderstood or defensive. AI can help plan approach strategies that acknowledge emotions while addressing issues. Practice conversations with AI to help you develop that confidence and clarity before these important conversations. And learn to validate emotions while addressing problems, and it'll create space for resolution. So I'm going to give you some strategies to prepare and bring a thoughtful approach to these more challenging relationships. For preparation, you can ask, help me plan to discuss the issue with this person in a way that acknowledges their concerns while expressing my needs. You can work with AI for de-escalation. So ask it, this conversation is getting heated. How can I respond to provide a specific comment in a way that reduces defensiveness? And finally, use AI to help repair things once there's been damage done. So you can ask, I think I hurt this person when I said this comment. How can I acknowledge the impact and rebuild the connection? So AI coaching for difficult conversation transforms conflicts from relationship damage into opportunities for deepening understanding and strong connection. In a previous module in the AI Empowered series, we discussed how we can work with AI in role playing and persona scenarios. So you can start to give AI the context of this person and understand how they would react to things by role playing the situation with that persona. Again, use this safe and responsibly, but it'll allow you to tap into preparing for these conversations by understanding the variety of pathways in which somebody in this situation might respond. You'll go into these conversations much more confident about your ability to handle the variety of responses and approach it with a sense of empathy. So I want to dive further into this nurturing empathy and emotional awareness. Developing genuine empathy requires practice and perspective taking that AI can facilitate and enhance. I think we all can recognize people in our lives who feel inherently empathetic. And although there can be a temperament aspect to empathy, but it can really be developed through practice. And I think just trying to approach these situations with an understanding of somebody else's background will automatically develop that empathy. And then further using AI to work and practice these skills can really help you get there. So empathy is a skill that can be developed through intentional practice and perspective exercises. AI can help you explore different viewpoints and understand experiences outside of your own. Emotional awareness grows through reflection and pattern recognition across multiple relationships, and true empathy goes beyond sympathy to genuine understanding and validation. So here are some ways you can work with AI to really develop empathy. So the first is that perspective practice. Help me understand what it might feel like to be this person in this situation, considering their background and their current challenges. Next, develop an emotional vocabulary with AI. So ask it, help me identify and name the complex emotions someone might feel in this situation. And finally, growth reflection. So based on this relationship challenge, what emotional needs and skills do I have to develop? This systematic approach to empathy developed with AI coaching creates that authentic emotional bridge that enhances both relationships and professional interactions. Let's talk about how we can develop expressing authenticity and clarity with AI. It can help you develop the skills for expressing your emotions and needs in ways that invite connection rather than defensiveness. The most important relationship problems stem from unclear communication about emotions and needs. It's hard to express exactly what we're feeling and what we need, especially in these challenging situations. Learning to express yourself authentically while considering the other person's emotional state improves outcomes. AI can help you find words for complex emotions and practice different expression approaches that lead to better outcomes. Clear, kind communication builds trust and intimacy over time. So let's get into how we can work with AI to enhance expression. So the first one is going to be about emotional clarity. To help me find words to express this complex emotion in a way that a person can understand and relate to. The next one is going to be about need communication. So ask AI, how can I communicate my need for this specific thing without making that person feel criticized or blamed? And finally, appreciation expression. Tell AI, help me express gratitude to this person for specific behavior in a way that feels genuine and specific. So I think you'll find as you go through these exercises, you'll automatically understand the underlying feelings that occur within this relationship. You'll understand your needs and their needs much better. And most importantly, you'll gain a deeper appreciation for this person by considering their background and also what they mean to you in your life. Just breaking these things down will allow you to approach them in a much more gentle and kind and compassionate way, which will only lead to better outcomes for you and them. So how can we build deeper connections with the help of AI? The ultimate goal is using enhanced emotional intelligence to create more meaningful, satisfying relationships. Deeper connection comes from consistent emotional attunement, not just one-off conversation. AI can help you recognize opportunities to strengthen relationships through these small, meaningful interactions over time. Building connection is an ongoing practice that requires attention through intentional effort. Strong personal relationships provide the emotional foundation for success in all areas of life. So how can we work with AI to deepen these connection building strategies? The first one's going to be about daily attunement. Ask AI, what are 3 specific ways I could show this person that I understand and appreciate them today? The next is going to be about growing together. So ask AI, how can this person and I support each other's growth while strengthening our relationship? And the final one is about meaningful presence. So tell AI, help me identify what the person needs most from me emotionally right now. Consistent application of this emotional intelligence transforms relationships from sources of stress to sources of joy, support, and personal growth. It's such a powerful way for you to understand yourself, understand others, meet them at their needs, help them meet them at your needs, grow together, really achieve the things that you want to achieve in that relationship. I want to talk about how we can use these skills for building emotional intelligence and connection and transfer them across all areas of our lives. Those skills you developed in your personal relationships can enhance your professional ones as well. So that strong emotional intelligence improves those workplace relationships, leadership effectiveness, and career advancement. The empathy and communication skills that you develop will translate to better conflict resolution and team collaboration. Emotional regulation and understanding the benefits of its physical health, mental clarity, and decision making will really empower you to be an adapting professional and person to respond to the needs of others and help express your needs. People with these strong relationship skills naturally attract opportunities and build supportive communities. So again, some of these applications can be in professional relationships, leadership development, networking and opportunities, and just personal resilience. Using these relationship support systems to navigate challenges and pursue goals. We're stronger together. So understanding how you can build relationships, strengthen these bonds so that we're helping each other can be really key to achieving the growth that we want in our lives. Emotional intelligence developed through AI coaching creates a compounding effect that enhances personal satisfaction, professional success, and overall life fulfillment. You now have the framework for using AI to develop emotional intelligence that transforms every relationship in your life. Start with that self-awareness. Work with AI to understand your own emotional patterns and your communication style. Practice understanding others through perspective taking and empathy development exercises. Use AI coaching to navigate difficult conversations and prepare yourself to express yourself authentically and understand others as they express themselves. Apply enhanced relationship skills across personal and professional contexts for compounding benefits. Systematic development of emotional intelligence with AI create the relationship skills that enhance every aspect of our lives and contribute to overall happiness and success. So begin now and transform your relationships from struggles to meaningful connections, starting with that first step of understanding yourself. So choose one important relationship and start to give it AI what it needs to understand you, the other person, what's going on, and how you can do things better. Apply the CONNECT framework, starting with self-awareness and progressing through empathy development, and use AI as your emotional intelligence coach to practice and navigate challenging situations. Starting this journey will be a really key piece to your success, both personally and professionally, understanding yourself and others in the world and how to navigate these relationships so that they're working for you and others and benefiting society as a whole is a really powerful place to approach every relationship. If everybody can adopt that mindset, it'll really change the way that the world works and create the world that we want to be in. So I hope that you learned something about building relationships alongside AI as a tool we can work with so that we can understand everything that we need to approach these relationships in a way that works for everyone. Take a look at the description in the bio for more about me and the resources that I've created to help navigate modern life with AI. Join my community and let me know what you're thinking about how you're using AI in your personal relationships to help foster that sense of emotional intelligence and empathy so that you're approaching everything in a more thoughtful way. Thanks for listening along, and we're going to dive more into personal applications of AI in future episodes, so stay tuned and I can't wait to see you there. Thanks.